What's up, guys? Hey, I just want to create a video here real quick. I know it's been a while since the last update. I'm still driving. It's been busy. I haven't had time to do a quick video. I wanted to go over today how to work a surge, or more importantly, a concert or an event. I'm going to really specifically focus on a concert. Namely, I'm going to shout out Gexa Energy Pavilion as one the case studies here, just to inform people how to properly work it. The biggest misconception I think about concerts, I've seen a lot of Uber professionals at these type of events, AT&T, and I get anything from, I stay online the whole time and I bang out 8 trips throughout the concert and I make more money. Guys, it's simply not true. Unless you got, some really lucky runs, it is almost impossible. I'll say it is impossible to time your rides in a way that you're back for the biggest surge. It's impossible. Unless you have, prearranged rides. Totally different story. I know some guys that will say, hey, I have a prearranged at 8, and then I have one at the concert lets out. Whatever, fine. But unless you're doing a prearranged ride, there's no way to time it, right? So Gexa is a great example. I think Gexa is very intimidating for newer drivers. If you've never worked it before, you will arrive and say, where in the world do I pick up my passenger? There is no Uber dedicated or Lyft pickup. I get really tired of people I see on these Facebook groups who are just looking for a handout, where they go, oh, is there any dedicated pickup for Gexa? How do I work it? Where do I go? Guys, honestly, and this is what I do. I don't have a secret manual for these events. I physically go to the event. I scout it out beforehand. Yes, I know this is a a novel concept, but do a little bit of footwork beforehand. Everyone's spot's going to be completely different. How I work it is probably a little bit different than other people. But what I did is I camped out. First of all, outside of Gexa is not a good area. I have a funny story about a deaf guy who got into it with a McDonald's managers, but I'll tell that for another time. But anyway, know your surroundings, right? That area sucks. So I was sitting outside the McDonald's there, which is horrible. Got panhandled probably damn near 8 times. But then I noticed that there was another lot that was near there. And I kind of looked at it, so that's interesting. Went over there, and then all of a sudden I saw all the taxis, all the Uber black cars going. I said, I wonder where they're going. And honestly, I got in my car, I walked around, I saw the setup, I saw different places to go. And honestly, Gexa is a very easy pickup. I'll give you guys some hints. I'm not going to give up my spot per se, but it's not a big secret. However, I really want people watching these videos to get it in their head that the best way to know an event is to go there beforehand. Simple. Gexa, if you never worked it, go there right when the concert starts, right? And just drive around and go during the day if you want. Too many times people don't want to do the research or the actual footwork, before an event. And, I think the days of people just saying, hey, go to these, I really honestly think people really want a Google Maps pin location of where to go. People literally want to drive to this location, press go online, and get Surge. That is what people, I think, are expecting, which is insane. It's insanity. So anyway, the other thing to know about Gexa, right? Once you figure out your spot, it's very easy. There's 3 main hubs where people come out. Gate 8, 9, Gate 10. Okay? You figure out where you want to be when people come out. Or you can go even further in to Gexa. There's other spots to pick people up. You guys figure out what works for you. I know what works for me. It's hit or miss, though. Okay? So I'll give you a good example. Last week, Dixie Chicks came. All right. The other big advice when these concerts come, I see all the time people go, "Oh, is this concert going to be worth driving?" Well, I mean, go on the damn website and look how many tickets are available. I mean, it pisses me off when people just want this golden spoon. I don't do anything fancy. I don't have some hookup at Gexa. I don't have some person giving me inside information. I go on frickin' Live Nation, whatever the website is. I look up fine tickets, how many have been sold. Dixie Chicks, that was sold out. Okay, Gexa, how many people does it seat? These are things that you should know offhand. Really, honestly, right? It seats 20,000. If it's sold out, you better believe there's going to be some surge. Okay, um, there's going to be at 20,000 people, not a doubt in my mind. The other thing, do some research. Me and my friend, he pulled up the set list that Dixie Chicks played. I could literally pinpoint when I heard the song playing what track they were on, if this was the encore or not, and I knew exactly when it was going to end. Okay, easy. I just did some research. No tricks, no secrets. Simple. Do research. So when Dixie Chicks let out, you're going to see a whole bunch of people start filing out. My advice is to wait. You will get cash offers. I almost took the bait because I was getting kind of desperate with pings. I had a lady come up to my window. She said, $50 cash, take me 4 miles, you can come right back. I declined. I had a trip. I had a lift ping. I wasn't sure. It was either going to be 200 or 300% prime time going to Addison. And I probably should have took the cash, came back. But I wasn't sure if it was an undercover cop, or what the deal was. Had no idea. I ended up taking the Addison ride. I made $60 on that ride. So I felt that was pretty good surge. Prime time, same thing. I was really trying to fish a select ping. Select went up to, I believe it was a 3.4 or a 3.7 select, which is something outrageous, like $7, $8 a mile, right? Think of the crowd at Dixie Chicks. It's going to be older women looking for a girls' night. They got money to spend. It's pretty easy, right, to kind of determine the crowd. And I know they don't live in Uptown. I know it, right? They're going as far. And man, you should have seen some of these fares that I saw. I'm talking, I know people that landed, a 3.7 select. I believe it was to Plano, paid out $150. They came back, got another one for $60 select going north. People are paying these prices. They are. The one thing I do, you get that passenger on the phone, make sure they can find you. I got desperate because I had a couple passengers that didn't want to come to me. They said, "Hey, I'm inside Gexa. I'm at Will Call. Come pick me up." And I'm like, "No, I'm not inside. I'm not." So when that concert lets out, the gates are closed. It's one-way traffic. You can't get in. So they have to come out, right? So you can get some difficult passengers sometimes. I ended up getting that ride, and then I went to the airport at midnight, caught some airport surge. But the takeaway, guys, is for these concerts is do your research. Gexa, again, 3 main points, gates 8, 9, 10. You want to be either right outside that gate, somewhere close. My other biggest advice is when you get a passenger, let's say you get the surge you want, stay offline until you see that surge climb. We'll go into more very specific details about surge and how it climbs. But once you get them on the phone, this is my advice. Never chase the passenger and try to find them. Have them find you. You need to find a spot that's solid, that you can camp in. You're safe, and you can see the people coming out. Tell them to find you. I'm telling you, I have only done this one time and been successful. And that was at AT&T Stadium. I'll tell that story another time. It took me an hour to find them. I did, and it was totally worth it. But look, guys, you got to call them, communicate clearly where you are. Hey, for instance, I'm outside gate 10, okay? Really almost giving you my spot at this point. Not a big deal. I don't really care for Gexa. But, I'll say, hey, I'm outside gate 10. Where are you? If they say, hey, I'm outside gate 8, fine. Where my spot is, I can get to 8, 9, and 10 in less than 30 seconds. I don't care. I will find you. And I tell them, walk over here. You'll see me, whatever. Guys, and don't be afraid to get out of your car, wave them down. I'm a big person that I'm on the phone. I want to know where they are, where they're walking to. If they're drunk, that's another thing. If you get someone who's stumbling, that can barely even tell you where they are, I'm not taking them. I don't care. I am an independent contractor. I make the rules. Really, I make the rules. I'm not a taxi. I don't deal with just obnoxious people. At least I try to not deal with them if I can tell on the phone ahead of time. Um, so yeah, those are my takeaways. Do your research. I just gave you guys awesome tips at Gexa. But again, the following night I worked Gexa, I got skunked. I made $6 in 3 hours. Um, it was who played? I'm trying to think. I don't really remember the band. I was so dang angry at the time. They played for a while. It was a rock concert. There was 3 or 4 bands I played. I don't recall the name, but I should have known better. That kind of crowd's gonna be younger, not going very far. And of course, that one started at like 5:30, something ridiculous, and they went to damn near 11 o'clock at night. It was crazy. I made $6, right? But the takeaway here, guys, is there are going to be events you work that you make nothing. And then there's going to be that event you make $200. There is. That is part of the learning process. I'm a firm believer that you have to get skunked a few times to understand this process. Because once you get skunked, you're going to be pissed. You're going to say, man, I wasn't freaking worth it. And then you're going to have someone else come up to you, hey, how do I work this event and get the surge? Well, then you got to think, now there's going to be a whole bunch more people working your spot and your surge. If Gexa is sold out and there's 20,000 people, rest assured there is not going to be, you can bring the whole damn neighborhood, there ain't going to be enough drivers. Guarantee it. That I'm not concerned with. If there's a smaller concert, I know sometimes there's some festivals in Allen, sometimes some minor spots like that. I would probably keep that to myself because then you get 20 drivers creeping up there, may kill the surge. But again, guys, go to a concert, research it, stay offline until the surge hits your desired amount. Some people, they just want a 2-time surge, boom, get their ride, they're done. Cool. Me, I'm a gambler. I want to see that surge dip to 3, 4 times, 5 times if I'm lucky. We're getting to peak season. We're going to start seeing 5s and 6s again. So don't be fooled. And guys, do not be logging in at a friggin' 1.2 or 1.5. I don't get it, especially in events you know it's going to go higher. Why in the world would you take a low ping like that and then maybe land in Louisville, somewhere crazy where you can't come back? I don't get that. But again, that's my opinion. Like, subscribe, ask me questions below about Gexa. I definitely want to help you guys out the best I can. And good luck to you guys out there.